can't afford certain things. We're going to have to have more of a... Huh?
You're not average, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not average. Let me start downplaying myself. You know what I mean? I don't want a taxman to come after me. But let's like we so sometimes we can't afford something. So it looks different. It's a partnership. But even in a partnership, there's a defaulting to someone taking control at certain instances. So let me flesh it out to what I'm really saying here. Okay. When we say that the man is the head, or we say the man is supposed to lead, and let me say a better way of saying this, a man's supposed to lead and the woman's supposed to submit. What that looks like is not, and I think Andre put a good point, it's not about extinguishing the woman. None of what we said has said any of those lines. And actually, in my good leadership, what I should do is also understand there are different types of leadership for different occasions. The problem is most people are only aware of one or two. Laissez-faire, meaning that I don't care, or the one where it's autocratic in the sense of it's just dictatorship and it's just you doing whatever you want to do. And when people see dictatorship leadership, they don't want to be in that space, right? So when we talk about the abuse of submission, it's because someone's got a dictator mindset when it comes to leadership. But the reality is my good leadership should be that in certain times I may need to be authoritative because in this situation, there's a hole in the boat and the water's filling up and I need to make a decision quick and I haven't got time. We haven't got time to have a back and forth fight. Plug the hole. You know what I mean? But the majority of decisions don't come in an authoritative space. They come in a democratic space. For instance, we're looking to move somewhere. I say to you, hey, Leicester's looking good, or let's move to America, or, you know what I mean? Or we're going to move to Peru or something, right? And you may say to me, babe, I don't want to move to Peru. We may have a democratic conversation about this because actually, do you know what? It doesn't serve us better to move to Peru. Now, unless the Lord has called me to go to Peru, definitely, I'm not about to impress on that and be like, hey, we need to go to Peru because the Lord has called me there, right? If the Lord hasn't called me somewhere from a Christian perspective, I don't need to usurp that. It's like, well, okay, babe says she doesn't want to go Peru. Let's choose another country. Where do you want to go then, babe? She says Brazil. Look at it. Brazil might be better. It may not be better. We may choose another place again. So there's going to be conversation in this aspect. When we go to buy a TV, let me make it mainly very plain. When we go to buy a TV, yeah, I may not know much about TVs. You may know more about TVs. So I'll be like, babe, what do you think? What TV we getting? I thought a 40-inch looks good. She looks and goes, yeah, but the pixelation ain't great. So let's look at another TV. Okay, let's look at another TV then, right? You may have car situation. You go to mechanic. I may know more. I may not. You may know more, right, about cars. We get to mechanic and telling us £300. I'm looking at it and say, hey, sir, the carburetor is not the one that's supposed to here. Come on, don't do that to us. It's more like £100. I may take the lead on that because I have a better skill set in that area. When we talk about the defaulting of a decision making to last thing, it often comes down to when we're butting heads and nobody seems to want to move. At that point, I will have to take a executive decision. You may not like it, and it may look like some type of way. But if I've built up brownie points with you, basically what I mean by that is you've seen my leadership with you. You've seen that I'm a fair man. You've seen I'm a wise man. You see my man that's gentle with you. Then what it should be is that, okay, I don't like the decision, but I trust you, and I'm going to go with you. That's what we're talking about, right? What people are discussing is dictatorship. Dictatorship shouldn't be existing in relationships. We are not in a dictatorship. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not in a dictatorship, which is why marrying the right woman is important and why marrying the right man is important. Because in that process of me and you dating, you should have seen some characteristics with me like, hey, look, okay, he said this, he said that, okay, but he actually did this and he actually did that. He's treated me with respect. He's gentle with me. He shows me love. You know what I mean? He listens to my pleas. You know what I mean? The needs that I want, that I have, he caters to those needs. He serves me. In that same instance, then when it does come down to the crunch and we're like, listen, we say we want to buy a 5-bedroom house or 4-bedroom house, but you know what? Our finances are saying 4 bedrooms. Let's go with a 4-bedroom. It is what it is. You're like, no, I want it. And I'm like, no, we have to take the 4-bedroom house. You now can go back onto what I've done in the past and ask yourself, is this a man that's wise? Okay, he is wise. Has he been gentle with me? Yeah. Does he love me? Yes. Does he take care of me? Yes. Okay, great. Boom. Not dictatorship. Dictatorship is not where we're at. You know, we don't support that and we don't encourage that. And that's what I'm saying about accountability for everybody. We should be doing what we said we're going to do. Our words and our actions should match. and our love for you, because that's how you're measuring us, should be on display. It should be on display, and vice versa. When I'm looking at you, I should look at somebody who's meek and mild, as the Bible was describing, right? As somebody who is gentle with even their responses. When they disagree with me, how do they disagree with me? Are they going to tell me to shut the F up? Or am I going to tell you to shut the F up when I believe that it's my decision to take? You should see that I'm not loving you in that space. So, you know, we all have to look at that perspective and go, we don't want dictatorships. We want relationships where we can both see that there are times where there's democratic, there's autocratic, there's authoritative, there's sometimes coaching. I may need to coach you. You may need to coach me on something. You know, I have a friend who's also in sexual violence. Do you know how long she's been coaching me for? Blood. She's been coaching me for time, blood, to learn. So it's not the case of just, you know, just doing whatever you want. And my final point is this, and I said this to my friend. We was in Ghana, and she ordered some food and it came 3 hours late. I swear to this, I can't believe this. How the guy broke down and he tried to make some excuses, nonsense, right? And he's on a bike and he's talking and, you know, making excuses. So I'm downstairs. I've come down with her, innit? And she's like, "What happened to you? Why are you 3 hours late?" She's angry, and I get it, right? But then she said something. She says, I think she said, why Jimmy? Meaning like, you're stupid. You're dumb. The moment she said that, in for us as Ghanaians, that's a heavy insult. You might as well said F off. The equal weight is the same, right? When she says that, the conversation has shifted now. He's got off his bike, he's coming off his bike, and he stood on front of the bike now. And now his vision is only her. He can only see her, right? He's angry. And I said to her, stop talking. Stop. She's still going on. I said, stop talking. You not see what he's doing? His body language is shifting. He's about to move. When women talk about us and men not protecting, this is the kind of stuff we protect from. Sometimes we're protecting you from yourself. She's still talking. I'm telling her, stop. Let it go. The guy is getting angry and agitated. And if he now blows you, I have to get involved because you're my friend. I can't leave you alone. What kind of man would you come to a store and say, well, I let my friend get punched in the face by a guy? Would you now honor me? Would you respect me as a man? You see, you expect me to step in because I'm a man, right? So she's still talking, saying what he's saying, and he's getting agitated, and I can see him creeping forward. So I stood in between, and I said, my guy, hey, yeah, like, calm down, chill. And I said to her, listen, leave it alone. She's still talking over the back of me. I said, stop. Chill. Like, if he starts throwing blows now, I've got to get involved. Stop. When we finished the conversation, went upstairs, and I told her, I said, I don't like that. You put me in a dangerous position. I told you to stop several times. You didn't hear me, but you thought you were equal footing to him. He was no longer going to argue with you. He was about to come to blows with you. At that point, you're not equal. You may think you can fight a man, but you're putting yourself in a very dangerous position, right? And you've put me in a dangerous position, and I'm telling you to stop. Let me handle it. I will talk to him. But because you felt like you were equal to him, you've now tried to cuss, and he's getting angry. You can see he's starting to move towards you. I'm like, no, relax. Let me handle it. These are the things I'm talking about. It's not my wife. It's my friend. But if it was my wife, I would have had to, when we get inside, I'm like, yo, this is not how we handle things.